We got ourselves some more Classroom of the Elite content. SinChi made a video called Why Does Code Elite? Sorry, Code Season 4 look different? Because of different art director? I don't know.
You know, sometimes you feel like getting...
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you know where I could find...
Classroom Elite finally gave us...
Nah, you don't need to bleach your eyes for this. Is the new art style that bad? A lot of people were dooming about this initial, poster picture, but I honestly think that the new art style is more loyal to the source material if we did that one-to-one comparisons from the light novel, right? I thought this is fine.
This little glimpse of what Season 4 will look like. There's a lot of mixed opinions about the new style.
I think it looks gorgeous, bro. Straight up. This Suzume picture, I think it looks so good. People are just dooming because they just like to hate on the anime for what Studio Lurch did. And now that it's obviously changing art styles, they're just dunking on the anime more.
But is it really bad or good? I know I'm like 11 days late because of soul leveling. I need views.
Yes.
I'm not retarded. They didn't really show us much, but at the same time, they showed us a lot. People were speculating that the overall style will be different leading up to this, since the key visuals and some other event illustration stuff. And it is different.
Man, this girl is so important, huh? Of all the first years, the D-class girl with the white ribbon, the blonde hair, she gets a lot of focus on these art style, huh? Meaning that she must be like the most important character from all the new rookies coming in.
Illustration stuff. And it is different. They revealed some of the new characters, and best girl Ichika.
Oh yeah, everyone glazes this girl.
Although I don't read the source material. The style, some characters I like, some I don't.
I have a question, what's bad about him? People say like he looks way younger. But like he is supposed to look like this, right? Isn't he in the light novel too? I mean, in the previous season, he looked like more, I guess, older with like a rugged-ish face because it's not like, it's like more bulky than this, but like this Koji looks fine to me. Honestly, show me Koenji.
They're trying to lean more on the light novel design.
Yeah.
Some people are saying it's more on the manga, but Koji just doesn't look like that in the trailer. Also, people are assuming that this is pre-animated. There is no confirmation yet from what I researched.
What the fuck? One baseless Upen video said that this trailer was pre-animated, therefore anything that from the trailer is basically catfishing. What does pre-animated mean? It means that, hey, it means that like this, the people working on this shit, they might not be actually on the real project. So you should never take pre-animated trailers, you should take it with a grain of salt. But if SinChi's saying there's no confirmations of it, then wait.
It maybe is, I don't know. Pre-animated trailer, to summarize it, they make the trailer its own project for various reasons. It could be to hype up a project or to give the fans something because they haven't worked on it. And some others. Does this mean this trailer is just a nothing burger? No, they are gonna have this style on display for Season 4. Okay. If not, that's just stupid. Yes, Season 2 and 3's trailer was pre-animated, and it looked better because the trailer had a better
catfishing
schedule.
Baby.
Duh. So there is a chance that the new director, speculations, is directing this trailer. It's the same thing with other pre-animated trailers. Ryu Nakayama, series director for Chainsaw Man, storyboarded and directed the PV also. Same goes for this sexy Yuri anime.
Oh, what is this?
I'm taking off my pants.
Is this Ilya? No, it's a different Yuri anime.
I don't. Takude Kakuchi, the series director for this show, he also did the PV. Well, this PV was more of a pre-visualization, not technically
Oh, it's that other witch anime coming out in summer.
Or a different case with Mushoku Tensei's first trailer. Manabu Okamoto did not do the pre-animated trailer. It was Shingo Fuji just unleashing his talent with the help of Ryu Imamura's amazing corrections. They let those two handle it. Coming back to the trailer, they went for a more simplistic design and less saturated color tones. I feel like Season 2 and 3 had a more orangey tone on things, and Season 1 had
Season 2, it was just permanently sunset lighting, the 5:30 p.m. sunset lighting.
And Season 1 had a more pinkish tone on it. This is not just the character design changing, but probably the color design. Color designers are the one that sets the color tone or color palettes for the show. Of course, different episodes have their own color coordinator, but the color designer is the one that sets how the show will look in that department. I like most of the design since some of them you can't really base it with previous seasons since these new first years weren't there.
I really like this guy's face though. This guy's face, look how menacing it looks, right? I think they killed it with this overall facial expression. Maybe he could be a more terrifying Ryuin, who knows?
The only problem I have is Koji and Ichika.
Okay.
Maybe Yagami, but I don't really know his demeanor much yet. Yes, I spoil myself a lot because light novels are so fucking boring. So fucking great. Koji's face look a bit childish.
It does.
The only thing I could make the difference here is the face is shorter compared to the other seasons, and his hair is also a bit shorter. Same goes with the key visual. You can see it way more there. Ichika is weird. Although looking at the other drawings for her in anime style, she looks fine. But
What's
in the
weird about her?
trailer, weird champ.
I don't get it. Is it this area? I genuinely don't understand what people find off about this picture here, this scene. What about her stands out to you? I see this girl, it's a completely new design to me, so I'm like, all right, cute girl, looks like a tsundere girl with like, you know, pink tails, to twin tail. But then I guess like there's this section, right? The chin, the jawline, a little bit too elongated, but is it so much that it's that distracting? Is it the hair? I don't know. I genuinely cannot tell the difference of why people are dooming. Too mature? Too mature? Let's see, come on. Oh, come on. I can't tell. The chin area, the jawline, a little bit more rounder. The hair, maybe there's something going on there. The eyes. Beats me, man.
But in the trailer, weird champ. Her eyes are a bit too big. The face is a bit elongated, trying to convey Ichika looking up. This is just a nitpick. The bloom effects and the mixture of colors for the hair reflecting the orangey light in the back doesn't mix well, but this is something I see quite a bit in Code, so that maybe leads on the fact that this is still the same compositing artist for season 2 and 3. There is a lot of examples on how you can do this better to not really drown out the edges of the colors for the hair, but nitpick. Not really. But Ichika can still step on me.
She's got some crazy ass looks, man. She looks like a... I don't know. She looks like a very bratty, teasing girl who is super cocky.
Stalk me, sneak in my bed, step on me. All the other designs, I especially like short hair Horikita and
yeah, she looks great.
Hosen got the best drawing, so much lines to insinuate that expressiveness. And the thicker line art too here. The shading is also different. It feels more metallic with these little white outlines in the characters that wasn't present in previous installments. Same goes with the different style of hair coloring.
Yeah.
I guess with these, they use a more blob shaped, which is the pretty common technique.
Blobby?
But now they use lines.
Yeah, I like the lines. I like the lines, and I like the first thing I noticed right off the trailer, off the bat, was like these individual hair strands becoming a lot more like highlighted. You see this right here, right? This hair and like this white line over here. I like that.
Now they use lines, which is interesting. I like it. And the hair strands, I fucking love
so many
when
hair
characters
strands
have this. That's why Kape's design
Jesus
or corrections have those.
Yeah, this Hoshino I seen. Look at those hair strands, man. Individual white lines.
Egregious amounts of hair strands that really makes it appealing. It could be her character designs or corrections in most Dorokobo shows, Selection Project, or Hoshino.
Maybe a Shuenji family that we're gonna watch tonight, since the Dogakobo project, it'll have the similar hair strands too.
Ko, or can be in Rent a Girlfriend. But most people's complaints are the adaptation of it, how much they cram stuff up. It's mostly Karakawa's fault, or...
That's right. Like, the production value does not matter for Code. It does and it doesn't, because everyone's complaints comes from the pacing, how much stuff they cut out. I don't think people are genuinely upset about the lack of, you know, animation or therefore, but how much cut content there is, how much light novel stuff gets squeezed into one episode, cutting out all the significant moments and key interactions that source materials readers are expecting. So if this is just gonna go the same pacing as it's done in season 1 to 3, we're gonna have the same problems. No matter, it's basically like you can reskin the anime as much as you want, and even if it looks like Studio UFO Tables quality, if the pacing is still an issue, the original problem still stays.
The committee not giving them time that leads to more episodes. From what I heard, season 1 was still the best in terms of material it adapted,
Yeah.
not rushing it. Season 2 and 3 was worse because season 3 didn't have the T-Rex scene. No, I want to see high schoolers' penises. Judging from the staff, of course, season 1 had 2 directors. Then season 2 and 3 was changed to Yoshihito Nishioji, but the 2 previous directors was still credited as chief director and still storyboarded and directed some episodes in later seasons. What's also
my favorite
different
scene
is the series composition. Season 1 had Aoi Akashiro, while season 2 and 3 had Hayato Kazano. People definitely underestimate the serious composition role, which they are the main scriptwriter for an adaptation. Serious composition and the director bounce between ideas going boingy 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 boingy. Hopefully they can make these designs consistent, since in season 3 and 2, mainly season 2, they couldn't make it good. It was mostly shit since the schedule was terrible by Kadokawa.
Man, that is an awkward ass picture of Koenji. It kind of looks like Koenji has titties here. What is this perspective shot? What the fuck is this camera angle, bro? This is crazy angle.
And I think people underestimate how bad season 2 looked.
Yeah, and again, Class of the Elite is one of the original shows that did well on my channel. And why does that matter? It matters because my third eye hasn't awakened at this point. Like, my production value, my standards of looking at the anime for more than just a story has only begun in the recent months. So if I go back to Code, like, I probably laugh at it even more. Like, this scene right over here, what the fuck is happening with Ryuen, man?
The fact that this show was not demanding like Blue Lock, where the movement in every episode is a necessity. This show barely fucking moved. And the fact that multiple episodes had double digits of animation directors in a show that doesn't fucking move, it's horrible. Even if I like Code, it's so badly handled.
Why couldn't have they done this? This is Code's Blue Lock moment, bro. This is Clash of the Elites, you know, finale of Blue Lock episode where that Sakuga moment happened. This is when Code got the black bars in the top and the bottom, and it just like peaked for like half a second. But that was it.
There was also a lot of outsourced episodes. Season 2 had 5 outsourced episodes, and season 3, surprisingly, only had 2 outsourced episodes. And season 1 didn't have any, by the way. Talking more about Lurch. Lurch is a mess studio.
They alright. I saw what they did with Assassination Classroom. I think it was alright.
Not like A-Cat bad. Hell no.
It's pretty bad.
They have good looking shows under their belt, but the Lurch now is lacking compared to back then. This is more apparent with a new show called Togen Anki. It's Studio Hibari.
Oh yeah, this is we checked out a trailer for this.
But it's basically the same as Lurch. And this show had quite a bit of CG. While CG can be utilized for stuff that's more harder to animate, like ice skating, but the CG here is more used for action stuff.
Kind of like Unk Tensei right now.
It shows the lack of manpower Lurch has, even if the CG is good, which it is. And if you look at the staff, Hiroyuki Hashimoto is the assistant director for this show, which he was a part of Code stuff, and the compositing artist is also the same for Togen Anki from Code, since I'm guessing Serizawa is an in-house compositing artist for Lurch. This has been the case for a studio that picks up a bit more shows that they can handle. Whilst different production team / production lines, most of their manpower comes from in-house staff. There's gonna be a lot of overlapping. These directors have to bounce in different projects because the studio lacks connections. Studio Hibari has more studios under their belt. One of them is Lark Entertainment that produced Kengan Ashura, a 3D anime.
Didn't a lot of people make fun of this anime for being so CG heavy?
Which looks at least it's better than
What am I looking at here, bro? Is this a PS2 animation cut scene?
CG. Is that
this is Baki? This is Baki?
Looks at least it's better than
what
Baki
the
CG.
Fuck?
Is that even an accomplishment? That
I
aired
don't
its
know.
first season in 2019, and the latest season ended in 2024. But this show also got Seiji Kishi, I would say is one of the best director that Lurch has that regularly directs most of their shows, being series director for Code Season 1, Carnival Phantasm, I heard it was actually funny.
Looks
Asobi
good.
Asobase, Assassination Classroom, or
Yeah.
non-Lurch stuff like Tsukiga Kirei or Angel Beats. Another missing part, I guess, is the absence of animation producer Yuji Higa. Higa was the Anime
That's a thick ass boy. There are no girls who we don't need. That's a thick ass. That's a crazy t-shirt. That's a crazy t-shirt. That's a crazy pose. That's a crazy face. That's a crazy picture entirely.
Higa. Higa was the Anime for most of Lurch's popular projects, or best looking, I guess. Gakko Gurashi, Assassination Classroom, Scum's Wish, Kanata no Ashra, Given, some others, and Code Season 1, only Season 1. Higa's connections can also lead to, as some people say, their most trusted team, director Masaomi Ando and character designer Keiko Kurosawa, leading projects like Kanata no Ashra, Scum's Wish, and Gakugurashi in the same roles. It might kind of lean on the idea that maybe season 1 and 3 was not really a priority for the studio, but this is just me speculating. Or
Fair.
maybe the schedule was actually that horrendous. Another good information is also Studio Hibari has a studio in Vietnam called
Okay.
Hibari Vietnam. So creative. That was recently established in December 2022 that mainly only focus on doing second key animation and in-betweening jobs for now. And in Code Season 3, their name was in most of the episodes, helping in that department.
Okay.
Which is kind of a positive, you can say. I kind of went overboard researching shit this video.
That's
but
good.
hopefully you get something from this. I don't know why I'm
What do we get out of this? Well, the pre-animation is not a confirmation of the trailer. And the production staff, that's, you know, nothing is really too confirmed just yet, but just looking at other loose ends and trying to make sense of who worked on what, I feel like it's going to be, but again, the production isn't the problem, right? It is and it isn't. Nobody ever watched Code for the actual animation. I think people are not clowning the show for the lack of fight scenes or the movement, but it's just like the pacing, right? People care more about the pacing, so as long as that is done well, I think people will be happy, and that we will never have an answer for until maybe they announce like, hey, 2-core season, you know? Then I would be like, oh shit, you're gonna give me 2 cores of Code for season 4? That's different. At the very least, because you have extra, you know, episodes, maybe that hints at better pacing, but until something like that's announced, we're left in the dark. We're just speculating.
putting this much effort in a filler video. I'm hoping the best for season 4 because I love this show.
Me too.
And some of the stuff I know from year 2 is hype. If you guys like this video, leave a like.
the vid.
If you hate it,
Leave
leave
a
a
like.
like, comment down below.
And that's pretty much it. Code is one of my favorite animes. I don't know if saying top, like the anime, the anime project is definitely okay. I just love the story. I think Class and Be Elite is one of my favorite series. I don't know if there's like a number per se to be on the ranking, but definitely top 10. It's definitely up there. I just wish that it would get the adaptation it deserves and include all of the amazing scenes that were cut out. Because as an anime only, again, I was perfectly content and happy as an anime only. But the more I learn about the stuff being cut out, the more frustrated I get, especially with the stuff like the Koenji stuff being cut out because he's one of my favorite characters. And I get it, the anime can't, you know, adapt one-to-one. But to cut out so much stuff is a bit egregious, you know? So we'll see with, you know, we'll wait in anticipation to see what will happen with Code. Please go check out SinChi's channel for more production value content. Here's a link to the video. Go give it a like and see you in the next one.